Welcome back to Hunter x Hunter Anime Review, Part 10. This is my final thoughts on the 1999 series, and pretty much final thoughts, well, for now when it comes to anime stuff for Hunter x Hunter, and also what they could do next. Well, 1990 series, in my honest opinion, was a pretty good series, even though it had filler for most part. I mean, the only arc that had a filler was the Zodiac family arc. Yeah, that was the only one they did not do filler for. They did for Hunter Exam, which out of the 31 episodes for it, only about 5 episodes of that arc are in fact filler. Phantom Troop, I think there's about one or two. I think there's like 2 or 3 episodes that are nothing but filler. In the case of, let's say, the rest of it for the first series, there's no filler. It's simply put exactly the same, though. I forgot to point this out though, but the animation, the way when it got to these last 8 episodes that adapted the rest of Phantom Troop stuff, it seems like the tone of animation is very similar to how it is in the 2011 series developed by Madhouse. I don't really know why the studio did this for, but here's the thing: this aired 9 years before the 2011 series did. Yep. So the series started in 1999 and in 2011 on a very disappointing thing. So they brought the series back for a series of OVAs. Of course, first was in 2002 from February to April. Second one, 2003, same thing. And the final one from February to I think it was June. I think it was for 14 episodes. So they didn't cover that much. They only covered like the first 5 arcs of the series. Right now, currently, they're in the Succession arc right now for the series. And since the series ended, since the 2011 series ended back in 2014, in the almost 4 years since the series ended in Japan, they have only released 32 chapters, which I've heard is not enough for the series. Well, here's what they could do. They could do kind of like what One Piece does, just like maybe like adapt like half the chapter in one episode, with added some stuff here and there that probably what was in the manga. To sort of expand upon scenes that weren't there, just to give it more time. Though doing that now, if they did it like one episode per chapter, like as of right now, they would catch up with the manga pretty quickly. But I would just do like half a chapter an episode, and then expand upon, put some filler stuff here, and just expand upon stuff that wasn't in the manga, and probably also talk to the writer about, can we expand this? Can we expand this? Like, explain certain things. And you're like, sure, why not? But that's what I would do. Just adapt the current to publish right now. Adapt only like half the chapter. I mean, yeah, half a chapter for some of these chapters won't exactly fill up a 22-minute episode, but you could simply just expand upon stuff that's basically not fully there in the manga. I mean, in the case of the first arc that came right after the Hunter exam, right after the Chimera Ant ended. I mean, let's just say it is in fact the start of the Dark Continent stuff. It is, but it doesn't. It's not a very long arc. The arc that comes right after the election arc. It's about the same length as um the election arc. Yeah, it's a little bit long, but the current one they have right now, which is Succession, I guess one is very far in. Let's see if I can find it here. Okay, Dark Continent, which is the arc that aired that came out right after the series upon hiatus. Dark Continent is only 9 chapters. 9 chapters. Succession Contest, which is the current one going on right now, this one's been going on since chapter 349, and it's only about 23 episodes in. 23 chapters in. Yeah, it's 23 chapters. Yeah, for the Dark Continent arc, which basically sets up next one. This one starts with 340 and goes to 348. So, yeah. So, basically, Dark Continent kind of continues what the series was sitting for a while. The whole thing with Chrollo and Hitsuga fighting. They fight in Heaven's Arena, which Hitsuga loses by being killed. And this is kind of what happened. I know I'm kind of spoiling it, but this is what happened. and then somehow he gets healed up by Muchi. He somehow gets resurrected somehow. It's never properly explained. And then he holds Muchi hostage. Machi hostage. He's going to kill all the Phantom Troop members. And then he kills the two weakest members. He kills the one with the long blue hair that covers most of his face, and he kills the pretty boy one. Yeah, he kills the two weakest members first. And of course, they recently showed up in the most recent chapter when they're on that ship going to the Dark Continent. Now, of course, that one's about 2 days in, but of course, Gon and Killua have been written on the manga. Gon has gone home and basically just is basically forced to do homework that he missed the past 2 years. Yeah, 2 years of schoolwork he missed because he was out being a hunter. Killua basically decided to go out with his sister. He went traveling with his sister, and yeah, these two characters were pretty much written out of the manga. So right now, the protagonist of the manga right now is Kurapika. Yeah, he's the protagonist of the manga as of right now. I think started with the most recent arc of the series. He's taken over as the main protagonist of the series because the original protagonist has been written off because his storyline stuff has officially been done. He could go back in the future, but who the heck knows when it comes to what the writer is going to do with Gon, because the guy has disappeared. I think the last time he showed up was like probably at the end of this particular arc. I think it was 48 was the last time they actually saw, because it was during this particular arc that was the last time they pretty much had Gon shown up. Let's see. I know it's one of the stuff. Let's see. I think it was chapter 43. I think it was. Let me look it up. I think this is the last time Gon is seen in the series. Yeah, because Killua basically got written out of the previous arc because he went off on his own. I'm just trying to double check this just to be sure. I'm just trying to make sure, see what was it, Gon's last appearance in the manga, because it has been a while since he last shown up. Let's see. Gon's father is still showing up in the manga, but Gon himself, no, he hasn't. I'm just trying to make sure exactly which chapter it was, which was his last official appearance in the series. Okay, looks like at the end of the previous arc was his last official appearance in the series. Yep. So 339 was Gon's last official appearance in the series, and he has been absent right now for the past 32 chapters because he's gone home and gone schoolwork. Yeah, so who knows when he's going to show up again. And of course, this is also the last time people get a chance to see Killua. But who knows when a lot of these characters will return. Yeah, and it also depends exactly when the current arc is going to end because it's 23 chapters in right now. Excuse me. But I would start out with basically adapting the rest of this chapter because I think that the episode that adapted this, which was the final episode of the 2011 series, I think they only adapted about at least most of the chapter except for like the last few pages. Okay, yeah, they adapted. Yeah, they adapted pretty much. Yeah, they adapted uh, pretty much for this entire chapter. hmm Yeah, that's simply what they did because, yeah, that's as far as I got with it when it comes to the series. hmm Yeah, so yeah, that's simply put as far as I got with the series in 2011. Of course, the original was 185, so they got further with 2011 than they did with 1999. But I would pick up like right where the series left off, but focus the series now on Karapika because he's technically the main character of it right now. A lot of people may agree or disagree with this, despite the fact Gon was originally the main protagonist of the series, but Gon is written out, Kilo is written out. Who knows when these two are going to come back? But right now, Karapika is the main focus character of the series because he has a lot more story to tell for him. Gon is finished. Kilo might have a little more story to tell with him, but who knows what the writers are going to do with him now, especially as the series just came back from its break. All right, so that's all I gotta say. Awesome. It's a really good series, but I think 2011 is a lot better because it's much more well handled and doesn't have to basically abruptly end. At least this one, at least 2011 series, and a happy note. This one ended sort of a weird note, ended like a cliffhanger, and it didn't bother to finish adapting the Phantom Troop arc, probably because of the regular schedule. And of course, the 2011 series was ended because of the same reason, the irregular schedule. Yep. So who knows when that the rest of the series be adapted? But it's only like currently 32 chapters since the series ended. Yeah, but the series went on a the previous hiatus for this current one was 2.5 years. Long time between chapters. Yeah, but who knows when the next chapter is? Who knows who knows if in fact he's gonna take another break and like after like because last time he took a break after releasing 10 chapters. Roughly put, that's like one book worth of chapters. Who knows how many more he'll do this time? Because right now, he's only about 29 chapters away from reaching chapter 400, but who knows if he'll reach that far. All right, so I mean, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned probably this weekend when I get a chance to talk about the 372nd chapter in a special, and I will not forget to do that because I skipped the last few, but I will not forget. Hopefully, it doesn't go on hiatus again after releasing 2 chapters. He better not do that because that'd be kind of stupid because he just came back from hiatus after 4 months. So hopefully he actually puts out more than 10 chapters this time. But who knows? Okay? So we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.